Good morning, good afternoon, beautiful soul, maybe even good night. Today's video is going to be me assisting you and alleviating your fears and your blocks. And we're going to simplify this because I had a very highly inspired Bashar video that I had watched this morning. And we're going to talk about what an ego death is and how your ego is really your amigo. Your ego is always trying to keep you safe, in a safe place that's been comfortable, and because the unknown is scary. So, either way, join me in a cup of espresso with me, Ventzi, or you can call me Ventzi Coffee, your divine feminine empowerment and spiritual awakening coach. And I am here to move you from fear to freedom, from trauma to transcendence, from fog to clarity. Cultivate deep and meaningful connections, romantic and non-romantic, while supporting you falling in love with your life. And just like all good coaches do, just when you think you can't take another step, I'm gonna give you that shove so you can fall in love with yourself. All right, let's get it. Part of having the realization that you are an eternal spiritual being, you get to have countless times you get to experience things. However, you're going to want to keep experiencing fear and blocks in your life that are going to stop you from moving to where you want to be. No. Are you sick and tired of it? Sick and tired of being sick and tired? Alright, let's get to the video. I am going to go over my notes. We're going to make this easy today. So, please, enjoy your nice cup of coffee while I run it down here with our current belief systems. Well, your current belief systems. Sometimes your belief systems are disguising your excitements as a fear, and that's a trick. The negative belief will do everything in its power because it knows if you act on it, you will no longer be buying into that negative belief. And it's doing everything it's designed to do to keep you from realizing that. So, if you know that and add awareness to know that it's just a trick, then you can take action anyway and break through. So let's break that down. If you have a negative belief on something that you're fearing of doing, and you add awareness to it because you know you want to do it, or maybe there's blocks and fears that come up that stop you from wanting to do that thing, it's not going to be good enough. And a lot of times it stems from worthiness, or what if it's dangerous or whatnot, right? Well, if you're excited to do it and you're allowing your fear to dictate how you're going to live your life, all you have to do is add awareness to it that this is a fear, and it's disguising my excitement as a fear because something in the past had triggered an event within me and in my ego that wants to keep me safe. So this is where the ego death part comes in, because it is an ego death. Your ego is trying to latch on to anything to keep you safe. And I've had many times in my life where even making content like this and expressing myself in certain ways where, if I wear, leggings at the gym or something, that my ego's telling me, no, don't do it. What if people laugh at you? What if, you get some weird looks? What if people check out your butt? Like, okay, so what? Am I excited to wear them? Does my butt look good in them? Does it give me more motivation to keep hitting my leg days? Yeah, right? So I did start wearing leggings and stuff at the gym, which they're super freaking comfortable, by the way. However, I still had to walk through that fire. I still had to give myself confidence And by doing so, I get to be a lighthouse for others, and I get to lead by example that it is okay. And when I used to work in the fitness industry, you know, if you're working in the sales teams and whatnot, like you hear it sometimes, like, "Oh man, that guy's wearing leggings," and that was like 10 years ago. Times have changed since then, and like everybody's like, look, check out what that person's wearing, like blah blah blah, like it's like a freaking runway or something. And like that kind of suppressed me from wanting to ever try leggings out for a while, just because of like, I felt like people would, look, well, that, yeah, cool. People are going to look either way. However, through that, there was a comfortability and the safety of, well, if I don't express myself and if I don't step into this version of me that I want to be, I'll be safe. I'll be safe from people's opinions and possible gossip. Doesn't matter. People are going to have gossip either way. And you might as well live to your fullest expression and not suppress yourself, because that's going to suck. And if people who aren't in full celebration of your fullest expression, sayonara, motherfucker. It doesn't matter. Other people's opinions of you are not your business, and people are going to have them either way, so you might as well show up in the world how you want to show up, with what's comfortable and exciting for you. Fear of people talking about me. Alright, gonna happen anyway. You're always going to be polarizing. Like, sometimes I make really, really good videos, and I speak sometimes on toxic masculinity because I used to have it, because I didn't used to express my express my feelings, because I didn't know how to communicate. I was taught to suppress all my emotions and shut the frick up, which led to suppression and depression. And you know what? I was a very good masculine man, a toxic one, until I realized I don't like treating people like this. This is too much effort. None of this feels in alignment with me, and I couldn't keep suppressing my feelings, and I decided to change. Because when I was like 19, this is when most of my toxic masculinity was, 19 and 20-ish. I grew up from an abusive dad, and I didn't really know like what a healthy relationship looks like. So I didn't really know how to communicate things, and I did have some manipulative tendencies. Not like, with more of like my words, like thinking I had to do certain things to get certain outcomes, and I didn't like being that. All right. And then when me and this one ex broke up, we didn't get back together this time. And we didn't really have a healthy relationship to begin with, that we both played a role, and we did love each other as much as we could. We did do our best. We did deeply care for one another. I wasn't the best version of myself. She wasn't the best version of ourselves. Yet that relationship was for growth and opportunity. My point is, don't, these are coffee sessions. Hey, we're here having a coffee. So welcome to the relax vibes. My point is with this is, I chose and overcame that and became vulnerable. I became in tune with my emotions. Yeah, I also eventually started seeing a psychologist, because growing up I couldn't see a therapist or like a school counselor, because I asked them once, what happens if I tell you that, just hypothetically, that one of my parents is beating the crap out of me or torturing me? And they're like, oh, we would probably be filing a police report. And I'm like, oh, can't do that, because my dad threatened me to break every single bone in my body if I ever went to the police. So, I couldn't get the help I needed for a very long time. And then I started doing the inner work, and I started realizing I don't want to be this way. So sometimes when I make videos on toxic masculinity, because a lot of males are depressed AF, and now we're in a world where people don't even know what it's like to be a man. People don't know what that's like, and when they start waking up to women are tired of fuckboy Kyle, spiritual fuckboy Chad, who's just sending texts at 555 to, oh my gosh, it's all in alignment, like and call, like People are tired of this like manipulative outcome-based things, and when I talk about it in some videos, guess fucking what? Sometimes people dislike them. Sometimes toxic men themselves who don't want to look within are getting a reflection of this is some of the inner work that is open to you. You want to keep denying it, and you're going to wonder why your relationships are crap and why you feel like you have to keep manipulating people in your life to have them stay or love you because you have a worthiness wound and feel you can't be loved on your own. This video's going out of hand. Either way, one time someone commented, no such thing as toxic masculinity. Probably coming from a toxic masculine man. So, putting it out there, and even making this video right now, so what? I'm polarizing. Good. I'm exposing you to an opportunity to view a different perspective and different view. And if you want to walk through that door where probably everything you want is, it's open. So I too had to walk through this fear and block of what people are going to think of me and be okay if I get disliked, even if I am sharing really good information, really good things that will genuinely help people. And I've been through the fire, and this is just who I've become, the fullest expression of myself. So other people's opinions, they don't fucking matter. Sayonara, motherfucker. Well, thank you. You know, I thank people for having an opinion and expressing their voice. I appreciate it. I appreciate people owning their voices. So, and we're all open to having one. So that's freaking rad, you know? There's a variety. Either way, let's get a little espresso. You know, from not living to your fullest expression and being espresso depresso, right? To living to my fullest expression and not being so espresso depresso. So guess what? So just take that step because, you know, no matter how much fear you feel, that means you are closer and closer to breaking through. You just keep going. You just keep taking action. Just keep taking action, baby. So, what if you're in fear of making the wrong decision? What if it's going to be a mistake? When is a decision ever a mistake? When is a mistake a mistake? Well, technically after you make it, right? However, there are no mistakes. Only contrast. It's only a perspective viewpoint for you to connect the dots and realize, I don't want to be that version anymore. It's recording. I don't want to be that person. I want to evolve. So there's only contrast, only knowing and realizing what you do prefer in your reality in order to see the light. Sometimes you have to see the darkness, because without the darkness, there is no light. So the more you experience the fear, is showing you that you're holding on to belief systems that are out of alignment with your true self, belief systems that do not work for you. Yo, it's like having your foot on the gas and the brakes at the same exact time. Like, I am excited and I want to do this thing, yet I'm going to let my ego dictate and my shadow and my fears and my traumas from the past dictate what step I'm going to take. So I'm going to go ahead and keep the brakes on at the same time. And now your engine's squelching and your tires are burning and you're not going anywhere. And guess what? You're stuck. Stuck like Chuck in the back of a pickup truck. Being sick and tired of that, right? So take your foot off the brake and you will see there was no reason to be afraid. No reason at all. Not one, not two, not three. Literally, there's no reason, so I'm not going to keep counting. That was interesting. Sometimes these flow state vibes get real vibey. All right, so here's some of the solutions, right? Even though I'm kind of giving you the keys to the kingdom either way. Take the small steps. As I spelt it SMOLL. Maybe you can see it. Never mind. Small steps. See that? Small steps. Anyway, take the small steps you know you can take by acting on what contains a little more excitement than the other options to the best of your ability without insistence on how that should look like or what and how the outcome is about. And the more you do that, the more practice you will have to train yourself to act on your excitements and pay less attention to the negative belief that is trying to convince you about yourself. And you won't need to pay attention to it in the same way anymore. Keep practicing, keep stepping through the fire. Ouch. Yeah, fires burn, right? Once you go through it, though, it's not burning anymore. So the breakthrough is seeing the light, seeing the ignition of that fire and that flame. And breakthroughs aren't enough. They're great. Aha moments, amazing. You may be getting a lot of aha moments. Let me know, are you? In the comments below. Aha. Aha. Integration. The aha moment isn't enough. It's integration. You have to do the integration work. I don't want to tell you have to. You get to, because have to sucks. I have to do it. Oh, boo-hoo. No, I'm an eternal spiritual being here having the human experience. I get to go ahead and experience life. I get to keep moving forward. I get to step through the fire, even though it may burn me for a second. And when I step through it, it may not even burn. I might step through it so fast, I'm not even going to feel the flame. And if I keep looking at it and I never step through that door, I'm never going to know what's on the other side. So, what's the fear? The fear of not living your life to the fullest expression, to freedom, and or staying stuck, because you're putting the bars behind your own jail cell. Yeah. And also, so are other people's opinions of you if you let that hit you. They're the ones putting the bars on your jail cell if you're going to let other people's opinions dictate who and how you want to be in this world. So the more you practice following your excitement, even though it may feel like a fear or there may be something fearful in it, the more you keep going towards the thing that excites you the most until you can do it no further, and you pick it out of all the options. Out of all the options in that moment, in that present moment, in the very present moment, what excites you the most? And just take a step towards it. Even if there is a little bit of fear associated. And so what if it doesn't turn out the way you thought it would? Let go of the outcome. And once you do that, guess what? You get to have the experience. So if it was a mistake, contrast, baby. You learn and you move forward. So not trusting your decision on, is it possibly a mistake? Is it a fear? Not trusting your own decision that you'll make the right decision is trusting your decision, because you're trusting in that. You're choosing to trust in the negative belief. There's no such thing as lack of trust. There's no such thing as lack of confidence. Because if you think that there's a lack of trust in your universe, lack of confidence, well, guess what? You're trusting in that. You're confident in that. Just like when you go pick up a pencil, you're confident you can do it. The more you keep believing that this fear and block is the end all be all. I don't know if that picked it up. There was a huge engine roar. Kind of fitting. I don't know if the mic picked it up. Right? You're going to keep believing in that because you're choosing to believe in it. Trust and choose to believe in yourself. Be confident in who you are and choose that you are confident in yourself, that you are confident that you make the right decisions, that you can trust yourself in your inner guidance, and you've already been okay your whole life. You've always ended up being okay. You're going to keep surviving. So invest in yourself. Stop choosing people, places, and things that are keeping you stuck, like Chuck in the back of the pickup truck, when you have goals and dreams and desires and people around you who may not understand the path you're walking. So start choosing yourself and choose to invest in things and your time, your money. Like I invested in a course. And through that whole process, just who I've become, I couldn't even pay for that. Through making content, I couldn't pay for that. I had to step through the fire and believe in myself and show up for you. And be here as a guide to help you navigate your journey, because it's tough sometimes. And sometimes we need a 20, 30-minute long YouTube video to motivate us and expand our consciousness and feel like we have a friend. That gets you. That gets me, because I do that. I watch YouTube videos. I didn't think I'd ever become a content creator. I went from being a consumer to a creator. And you can too. You can do whatever you want to put your mind to. Anything that anybody's ever done already, there's a roadmap to do it. There's always a roadmap because it's been done. It can be done. You get to do it in your own unique light, passion, story, voice, your own music, to the tune of your own frequency. So believe in yourself and believe that you know everything's going to be okay. All right? I believe in you. And when I chose to start believing in myself, I changed my life. So you got this. Have a wonderful, magnificent, transformative, alchemizing, espresso day. Beautiful, cosmic, divine soul. Love and light vibration out. Bye.